Hi there guys, it's Paul Turan, the e-marketing coach, and here we have another fresh eyes review where we are looking at a plugin called Scarcity Builder. Now, Scarcity Builder is a WordPress plugin that is designed to help you easily add countdown timers to your key pages, whether that be a sales page, a membership page, a limited offer page, whatever page that you might have where you really want to encourage people to take action quicker. Now, Noble Samurai did some really interesting studies into this when they launched a very similar plugin called Scarcity Samurai last year, where they showed that for their flagship product, which is Market Samurai, they were experiencing up to a 450% increase in the conversion rates that they were able to achieve simply by having a countdown timer on the sales page. And this is why plugins such as Scarcity Builder and Scarcity Samurai are definitely worth a look, because just imagine what a 450% increase in sales could do for your business by simply just adding a very simple little marketing mechanism of scarcity. Now, the only when I reviewed Scarcity Samurai last year, the only concern that I had was, isn't $97 a little bit too much money for simply having a countdown timer on your, to charge that for a countdown timer script? Now, I think potentially Mark Thompson might have been listening in on that whole conversation that was happening on the Warrior Forum and on the likes of my review, because now he has released this plugin, Scarcity Builder, at a much lower price point. I believe he launched it at $20, and I think it's going up to $47. I'm not too sure what it is right now, but at a much cheaper price. And the impression that I get is that he is charging a cheaper price, but he's not really limiting the plugin, because the Scarcity Samurai plugin was definitely the most advanced countdown plugin at the time in terms of how it integrated with autoresponders and how it was able to prevent people from gaming the system and restarting the countdown so they could get the special deal. They did a lot of good work on that front to prevent gaming of the system. And the impression that I get based on the sales page of Scarcity Builder is that their plugin at a much lower price point has very similar features to also prevent this gaming of the system, so call it. So let's have a look at it right now. So here we are. I've clicked on Scarcity Builder over here, and we are presented with this dashboard. Start adding new shortcodes. So I'm going to click here, add a new shortcode. Name for your shortcode, let's call it test, whatever, doesn't matter, test 2. Let's select a countdown type. So we have different options here: evergreen, date and time, and cookie based. So evergreen would just continue on. Let's just go for evergreen first, and then we have these options over here. So you see, you see that it changes based on what you select. So if I now select cookie based countdown, just watch what happens over there. You see we have different options that are now presented. So let's go back to evergreen. Let's look at these other options. Okay, so we need to add, for example, let's say 7 days, 12 hours, and 35 minutes. Expiry action. So once the timer expires, you can do nothing. You can redirect to a URL, show expired content, or hide countdown. Let's just say do nothing for now. And then we have design options. Okay. And now this also was one of the things that stood out to me in terms of compared to Scarcity Samurai. It seemed to have a lot more in the way of design options. So we can choose a font, we can choose medium, small or large, and we can choose a color. So let's say green. Translate. Oh, that's interesting. So it gives you the ability to change it to your language. So that's very good. And let's say save countdown shortcode. Now what I've done is I have created this page over here, Scarcity Builder test, which we're going to use as a test. And we've got this little ID over here. Okay, and we're just going to click copy. And I'm now going to paste this shortcode over there. And if we click update, and then if we click view page, we should now see that this blank page has a timer on it. And there we are, 7 days, 12 hours, 34 minutes. Okay, so that was really easy. Not a lot of things that you have to do in terms of setup, just really kind of works out the box. Let's say, for example, now we want to create a new countdown. Name of your shortcode, so let's say just test countdown type. Let's make this one a cookie-based countdown. Cookie countdown, so I'm not too sure what that means. The countdown type will countdown and restart forever. Used to keep your countdown always running for all visitors. So if I say 5, I don't really know what that means. It doesn't tell you either. Like, I don't know, does that mean that it's going to count down from 5 days? I'm not too sure. We'll see when I publish it. Expiry action, do nothing. Design options, let's make this one blue, and let's make it small, and let's change the font to impact, and save countdown shortcode. And here we are. Let's copy this shortcode now and paste it into our page. Okay, and update. And refresh the page. There you are. 4 days, 23 hours, so yes. So you see that setting that I wasn't too sure about, it was actually the days. So let's go back to it over here. Test settings. I'll just show you the setting again that I was talking about. Cookie-based countdown and cookie countdown. This countdown will use the visitors. You see, I didn't actually see this option before, so it seems when I saved the countdown, it's now presenting these options now too, which is interesting. This countdown will use the visitor's time zone, add the days you want it to be active for, plus 1 day, etc. So if I say 4 days, what's it going to do now? Is it going to add 4 days to that over there? I am not too sure. Let's press refresh over there. No, it still stays at 4 days. So not too sure what's going on there. Originally, it gave me the option to enter any number that I like, and I entered 5, remember? And that's why it seems to be counting, it was counting down from 5 days. And then when I press save, it then shows this different option over here. So I'm not too sure if that's just a quirk of the software, if I'm just misunderstanding something there, but I guess that's not a major issue, because if the countdown is not doing what you want it to do, you can just simply delete it and then do it again, try again. But there you are. That is Scarcity Builder. I won't lie to you, that is much easier to use than Scarcity Samurai. Scarcity Samurai is a little bit more advanced though, because it does have the ability to integrate with your autoresponders, and it has some really nifty coding in terms of being able to hard code into the autoresponder so that people can't game the system. What I potentially could see with this particular plugin is if people clear their cookies, this countdown will very possibly begin again so that people could maybe get the special promotional offer. I'm not too sure exactly how it works in terms of being able to get around that, because one of the things that stood out to me on the sales page for this plugin was that there was a IP address option. Now, as I'm going through the settings over here, I have not seen, if I go back to settings over here, there is no option. You see here, cookie countdown, cookie-based countdown. There's no other options here that says IP. I've got evergreen, I've got date and time, but I don't see IP address. So I don't know, that's just something that's built in standard into evergreen and date and time, and I don't know if it's just built into all these timers by default. That's something that I would have to test after this particular review. But I just thought that the IP address feature was very clever, because you can't really game your IP address. The only time you can do that is by going to another computer, which is naturally a bit of a hassle. So just being honest with you, I don't know, as I'm recording this review right now, I haven't tested it, being the first time I'm already going through this plugin. I'm not too sure if that is something that has been set into all these countdowns, but if it is, I would then probably rate this plugin at the same type of level as Scarcity Samurai in terms of how intelligent it is in terms of preventing people from gaming the system. But as I say, Scarcity Samurai is still a little bit more advanced because of the way it is able to integrate into autoresponders as part of a launch sequence and stuff like that. So you really just got to weigh it up for yourself. Scarcity Samurai goes for $97, and I will include a link to my review of Scarcity Samurai in this review so that you can compare. Whereas this plugin goes from between $20 to $47, depending on when you are watching this review, and does many of the, it does pretty much the same thing as Scarcity Samurai, but maybe the only difference I would say is probably it doesn't have the autoresponder integration. So you just got to weigh it up for yourself to know what works best for you. But there you are, guys. That is Scarcity Builder. I do have to recommend this product. I think it's a very good tool, simply because of the fact that if you can add scarcity to your pages, you're going to see a substantial increase in your conversion rate. And I just have to ask you the question, is that worth $20 to $47 for your business to pay $20 to $47 for this plugin so that you can get maybe double, triple, or even quadruple the amount of sales that you're currently getting? There you are, guys. To keep informed about the latest updates from myself in terms of reviews that I'm doing on current internet marketing tools, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. And to always make sure that you get the best price on leading software, internet marketing software, make sure to also have a look at my Facebook page, because that's where I keep a lot of my current offers updated for you all to see. And if you haven't signed up to the newsletter, make sure to do that too. So there you are, Scarcity Builder. Tell me what you think about it in the comments below. And if you have any questions about its use, or whether you have bought it yourself and are just not sure about one or two things, just let me know in the comments, and let's work through it together, and I can provide some answers, and we can have a discussion around that. So thanks, guys, and have a great day. Bye-bye.